Yes boys, welcome back to the YouTube video and welcome to the new series of the past of Dilz. So what I'm going to be doing throughout this webinar and series is to educate you of what I was like and what I've been through, because guys, I was spinning my plates for over 6 years before I got into the position I'm currently in. And just to kind of give you a bit of background in regards to what I've done so far, over these last 4 to 5 years, I've transformed over 400 lives across the world. And I've done photo shoot prep, I've got clients like shredded, I've got clients bulking, absolutely everything. But in this webinar, I'm going to teach you a couple of the basics, and if you're starting off your fitness journey, where to start. Because when I was younger, I didn't really have that starting position. It was all guesswork. Because I remember when I used to go to the gym at 16, I would literally go and I would think to build muscle, you would have to run on the treadmill. Like, the thing is, like, there was no TikTok, all this stuff around there. There was no correct information. It was just going up to the gym and just doing X, Y, and Z. And my form used to be, oh my God, boys, it used to be so tragic. So just to kind of rewind back on when I first started my journey, right? I was 16. I had no starting point, because when I was training, I would go, just lift a couple movements, didn't understand muscle groups or anything. Just stuck to the bench press, couple of like dips, and I would literally just go home. It was crazy. But when it comes to the training side of things, it's all about understanding the fundamentals, understanding muscle groups. So for me, I was going to the gym 6 to 7 times per week at one point, just for fun, for the random, you know. But when I used to go to the gym, it was just one of the things where I used to just go for just jump volume. I used to go for more of a social thing. Oh, let me see what my boy Reese is doing, let me see what my boy Casper's doing, and just copy and reciprocate it. And that wasn't the right way. Plus, I would sometimes just lift heavy, like, oh, I can outlift you, all this stuff, and that kind of allowed me to stay in that specific point. And this is why I saw no progress, because there was no structure or routine. For you to essentially blow up your physique, you need to understand training. With training side of things, it was progressive overload. I would literally just do all random different types of muscles here and there, but you build your physique in your sleep. Remember that. For you to build that unreal physique, it's all about less time in the gym. You're probably wondering, Dilz, how is that the case? It's because you tear your muscles in the gym and then you recover whilst you're sleeping. So through protein synthesis and all that good stuff as well. So when it comes to training in the gym, think about it. If you go in gym 6 to 7 times per week, right? How hard are you actually pushing yourself in them sessions? So for example, the first session could be a Monday and you're like, oh, train 100%, fair enough. Tuesday, 70%, 60% off on the next day. But my point is like, you're not executing the intensity to the specific point. When it comes to actual movements in the gym, especially if you're a beginner, I would prioritize compound movements over everything. The reason why I want to stick to compounds is just to break it down for you, we're hitting more than one muscle group. So for example, instead of doing a leg extension, which is in isolation on the quad, for example, you could be doing a back squat. A back squat will activate your glutes, hamstrings, quads. So you're activating more muscle groups. So sticking to your compound movements in your upper body, your lower body, is going to really allow you to grow so much more. Because yet again, if you're just doing isolation, that's not going to allow you to grow. However, sticking to big compound movements 3 times per week is going to be game changing. So definitely do that. And the thing about the training side of things as well, you need to understand execution. I cannot stress execution enough. For me, it was just not understanding how to lift the movements. And this is why I invested in a coach. I invested in Ben Bray, one of the biggest transformation coaches in the whole of the UK, and he taught me how to train. My training, I thought it was unreal, but it was absolutely diabolical. When I met Ben in real life, I remember we did like an in-person session. He would push me beyond reps and reps and reps and reps than I think I possibly could. That still sticks with me today. For you to achieve the physique that you want to achieve, you need to train with fucking intent. Intent's going to allow you to create muscle fiber tears for you to grow. However, if your training is diabolical, then you can't train with intent, because you're going to end up hurting yourself. So what you need to understand is execution. So for example, how do you lift a bicycle curl from point A to point B? It's not understanding, right, this is what you need to do. It's understanding the concentric and the eccentric portion of every single movement. Because every single movement is completely different. How you target your lats, completely different. How you train your chest, completely different. Once you get your head around execution, tempo, concentric, eccentric portions of movement, then you can apply this to your training. A lot of people in the gym, they just move lifts from A to B. There's no tempo. The thing is, it works in a certain like pyramid. So it goes execution, tempo, and then it goes intent. A lot of people just pick up the weights like I did when I was 16, straight intent, with no formal execution, and you're not creating muscle fiber tears to the exact point you want to. And when you're targeting your muscles, you want to create the specific muscle fiber tear for you to then coincide with good sleep and good nutrition to build this frame. So with my training, it was just guesswork. Like I would go in, not even train, hit muscle groups here and there. But boys, remember, like you have to look at your sessions and be like, am I giving 100%? Because I would go in 6-7 times per week in a week just for fun, just for the man then, but I wasn't growing because I was not in a position to grow. Because deep it, like all them sessions, am I training 100% no intent? No. Am I just messing about in the gym? Yes. Plus, you need to spend at least 12 weeks doing the same shit over and over and over again. You're probably wondering, Dilz, why is it so long? Because in a training program, you need to understand your lifts. Like when I had my first coach, Joe Parrish, shout out to Joe Parrish, I would literally walk around the gym because I was so educated, I wanted to learn, and I had a logbook. So I would carry this logbook around with me, and it would have, right, set 1, this. Set 2, I was forced to write this down, right, because I really wanted to learn, because I was trying everything and nothing was working, right? And then this logbook elevated my life because I did understand like why it's so fucking important to track numbers, right? I recommend using an app called Rep Count, free, sick, you can use it on your phone. I stuck to a notepad because I wanted to go back to the basics, like old bodybuilders and stuff, and I felt like, cool, it did benefit me massively. So I stuck to it, wrote it down, took my time dissecting it. But my point is, you need to know what you're lifting. If it's just guesswork, oh, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, how do you know if you're going to build muscle? Because logging your lifts determines how strong you're getting. And if you're not tracking your lifts, if you're not knowing what you're doing, and if you're just going in the gym, 1 minute doing tricep dips and then tricep extensions and then doing X, Y, and Z, then you're not going to grow. You have to look at your numbers and understand this is what, right, cool, this is what I need to grow. This is what I need to do. Ever since I was tracking my lifts and understood progressive overload, remember progressive overload can be done in many ways. It can be down to the lifts, the tempo, the time. It's all about understanding and creating more tears on that specific muscle group. So, Dilz, what is the best training split? Boys, there ain't no best training split out there. It's what you can fucking stick to. I can't stress that enough. And this is why I get elite results with my clients, because it's literally based around you. If you can train 3 times per week, what you want to do is you want to kind of work the muscle groups twice a week. So you probably want to Dilz, what does that mean? So for example, I recommend 3 full body days. Because in those 3 full body days, you're hitting your chest twice, hitting your back twice, hitting your legs twice. Because, for example, if you did push-pull legs, are you going to hit the muscle group twice? No. If you push-pull legs twice a week, some people can't even recover from that. Everybody is different. Everyone has certain muscle groups they want to take over as well. When I first started, my shoulders were so much whammer than my chest. Because when I was younger, my form used to be shit, right? And I used to bench literally like this. That allowed my shoulders to get wham and my chest to be non-developed. So yet again, what I then had to do going forward, I had to incorporate unilateral movements and lateral movements to fix it, to balance out my chest. Even one of my pecs was bigger than my right. So like everybody's different. This is why at Core Fitness, we give specific training programs designed for our clients. So for example, if one of our clients had a bigger pec, like Kai right now, for example, he's working with us. Boys, you're going to see Kai's transformation soon anyways. But we can iron out specific muscle groups and be like, right, cool, this is what we need to do. In terms of the training program, you need a training program that is catered to your body and catered to your schedule. Because if it's unrealistic, are you going to stick to it? No. Are you going to get overwhelmed? Yes. So it's literally all about understanding your training execution in terms of what can you stick to as a person. Is it just guesswork? Is it just doing X, Y, and Z? No. What gave me my bang for my buck was compound movements. Compound movements were game changing. Because what the compound movements really did for me is allowed me to grow. Because when I was that skinny, scrawny kid and I went on this bulk, I got whammed with one dumbbell. And I'll talk about the dirty bulk in another video, but this video I'm mainly talking about training. Guys, it was crazy because all that volume of food was not being used optimally. It's so important that you understand you have to use food as fuel to fuel your sessions. You have to be working your body in so many different tempos, right? Tempos, heavy sets, all this stuff. But the thing is, where are you in your journey? If you're starting off, it's all about getting used to the gym, getting your body used to building up to like 2 to 3 days in the gym. Then once you're ready, 4 to 5 days. Because a lot of people even at Core Fitness train to elite standard. Hybrid trainers, like guys, but we even get people that come into the brand that really want to like develop. They try everything, right? With training, it's funny because I would say 90% of people that come into the brand, their training's off. This is why we look, reassess, and we ask form clips. We dissect form clips. Boys, if you're part of the team and you're watching this, you understand how important form clips are, because that allowed me to develop. And if you're not sitting there reviewing, all right, cool, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, you simply won't grow. That's another thing. It's very, very important that you send form clips across. And if you have a coach right now and he's just giving you a training program and he's not watching your actual form, he's not watching anything, just fucking sack him off. Anyone can deliver a training program, anyone can deliver a nutrition program, but the data needs to be reciprocated and understood. And this is why at Core Fitness, we're levels above everyone else. It's because we understand, right, what does it take to get that elite level result? It's all about understanding training execution, because all in program, you could be lift heavy, this is that, but if your execution's shit, you won't get to where you want to be. And don't get it wrong, we do have elite people come to us as well. And when they do come to us, they get an understanding of, okay, I know what to do. I mean, you can, I'm not saying don't train more than 4 times per week, but you need to understand your recovery capabilities. Can your body recover? For example, Starboy Mr. Josh Golden. Josh came to me, went back into the gym at 3 days. We upped him to 4 to 5 days when he was getting photo shoot ready. Bearing in mind, he plays football as well. He didn't see any progress. The reason why he didn't see any progress is because he wasn't recovering. So what we had to do is to drop him down to 5 to 4 because of football, because football is it really works your body. We're dropping down to 2 days, and them 2 days were so much more like game changing for him in terms of like his lifts were increasing, he was visually looking better. It genuinely changed his physique. So we again need to understand your recovery capabilities, because everyone's different, and you have to consider other things like the amount of steps you do, the cardio you do, sports. Because yet again, like I'm currently doing Muay Thai and I'm only training 2 to 3 times per week, and me doing Muay Thai in Thailand right now is killing me. Like my body is feeling it and my body's not recovering. Bear in mind, sometimes doing less is more, and understanding your recovery capabilities is very important as well. The next thing I want to ask you guys is, where do you start if you're a beginner? If you're a beginner coming in, and something I wish I knew was, I wish I did 3 full body splits. Science will always back that up, and the reason why whenever a client comes into the brand, we introduce them to full body splits, whether that's a full body push, full body pull, or a full body, or 3 full bodies in a day, is the fact that you're hitting the muscle groups twice per week with the specific amount of volume for you to grow. Sometimes less is more, and in this case here, what you're doing, what I'll do personally, if you're brand new to the brand, is I'll have you on a 3-day full body split. So for example, full body on the Monday, you rest on the Tuesday, full body on the Wednesday, rest on the Thursday, and a full body again. That way you're hitting them, each muscle group twice per week, and that's going to allow you to essentially grow. Because otherwise, if you're just hitting push and then a pull and the legs, where's that volume? You're hitting your push muscles once a week, hitting your pull muscles once a week, and you're hitting your legs once a week. And that's not going to put you in a position to grow. However, we get loads of different people coming into the brand. So we need to understand, where are you when you first start? Because a lot of people that come to us are not just newbies. They are people that have been going gym so many times per week, but they never see progress, because like I said, it is down to execution as well, but it could be down to your training split, because overtraining is a big issue as well, which I will discuss a bit later. What we like to do with our clients is build trust, because at the end of the day, we have to go from phase 1 to then phase 2. So if you're a beginner coming into the brand, you'll spend at least 8 to 12 weeks on a full body split, progress, and once you do progress, we look at your training execution, be like, you know what, John, for example, you're ready to go from phase 1 to phase 2. Phase 2, if you've been in the gym and been going gym for a couple months now, your execution's getting better, I will recommend a great split is upper, lower, rest, upper, lower, because that way you're hitting, yet again, twice per week, bit more volume, and you actually train your legs. So a lot of people don't train the legs and they just get a wham at the top and very skinny at the bottom. It's very important that you're symmetrical with your full body. So bear that in mind as well. But overtraining is something that I did when I was a kid. Like I would go in, just do whatever. I'll be, oh, go gym, but I saw no results. I simply saw no results. Sometimes less is more. So in this case, a lot of people come into the brand that overtraining is hell. They're not allowing your body to recover, and your body will recover through adequate rest and adequate sleep. And this is why we do look at this at Core Fitness. And sleep and rest and recovery allows you to grow. You grow out of the gym, not inside of the gym. I mean, like a lot of people, when they start their fitness journey, they go 100 miles per hour. They go, oh, I'm going to the gym every single day. And this is why they fall off. And what we do at Core Fitness is we build a sustainable results program, something that you can stick to and something that is specific to you as an individual. So when it comes to your training, you need to understand all of these variables. But guys, this is just part one, talking a bit about the training side of things. I'll see you guys in part two, where we're going to dive into more nutrition, but that's another can of worms that I need to open. But yeah, that's the training webinar. Any questions regarding anything, let me know. And what we're doing, just to kind of support you along this journey, is we're offering free muscle building guides. So jump on Instagram, drop me a little DM, and I can send that straight over to you.